Okay, I'm gonna go get some party supplies for your grandfather's birthday party tomorrow. Just don't get into any trouble, okay?
Uh-huh.
Oh, hey kid. You looking for a book?
I guess.
You know, we got quite an interesting section here. Do you like sci-fi?
No.
Historical?
I'm still just a bill.
Nah.
Biography?
Definitely not.
Well, okay. I think you might be out of luck here.
Hey, what about this one?
Oh, okay. You don't want this one. It's just a bunch of fairy tales.
I like fairy tales.
I don't know, kid. These ones are special. You sure you're up for it?
I totally am.
Okay. And you're the book, kid. Nick!
Dad!
Hey, sport, what'd you find?
A book of fairy tales. Can we please get it? Please?
I don't know, kiddo. We have fairy tales at home.
But it's only $1. And that guy said that this one's special.
Fine. Three Brothers Grimm, a collection of fairy tales. That's not even right.
I don't care. I can't read anyways.
Is everything alright?
Well, actually, I was looking for the...
Have a good day.
Hey, let's go home and read!
Okay, we can read one, then it's bedtime.
Let's read this one.
Once upon a time.
On a magical day, once in a midwinter, little Snow White can be seen playing just outside her towering castle. Her stepmother looks upon her in disgrace. She turns around to face her magical mirror.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
You, my queen, are fair, it's true, but the little princess is 1,000 times fairer than you.
The queen was furious. She longed to be the fairest in all the land, and so she came up with a dastardly plan.
Huntsman! I have a chore for you. What is it, my liege? Snow White has been declared the fairest in all the land. I need you to get rid of her.
The queen had it all figured out. Soon she would be the fairest in all the land. Or so she thought.
Little princess, would you like to go on an adventure with me?
I would love to, sir. Where are we going?
We are venturing into the deep, dark forest to fetch a certain ingredient for a meal that the chef wishes to make for the king.
That sounds scary, mister. Are you sure this is safe for a little gal like me?
I'll be there to protect you, miss. Don't you worry your pretty little head.
The duo wandered deep into the vast forest until the huntsman stopped suddenly.
What's the matter, mister?
I hate to do this, but the queen wishes for you to die.
In a flash, the princess runs away from the huntsman. The chase goes on for a very long time.
Wait, like Count Chocula?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, little girl, where have you gone to?
No! Oh,
just one more?
Yay! Let's read this one.
Once upon a time.
Hey, Matt, big day.
Yep.
Matt, I still can't believe boss is making you marry old Granny riding her. I mean, isn't she 60?
Well, I'm not that far behind her, dog. Even so, boss would still make me marry her with how many treats and snacks the woods make every day.
Almost too many. We're going to be rolling in it.
Hey, dog, do you ever want to get married?
You bet I do. I want to find the one, have so many romantic dates. We could even go to the park.
Yeah. That sounds really nice.
Boss is coming. I'm just going to go. Maybe good luck.
Oh, no. Well, looky here. The lucky man himself. Hey, boss. It's just Mr. Fox here.
Right. Sorry, yeah.
Yes, enough pleasantries. Is Gran suspicious?
No. She's none the wiser.
Good. This will be a most joyous occasion. This better go successfully, Mutt. This marriage will make us so filthy rich we'll be rolling in dough even when we're dead. So don't even think about refusing. Well, I'm sure you understand. Yes, sir. There we go. Good luck.
Okay.
Hey! What are your intentions of my grandma?
Hey, kid!
I'm not a kid. What are your intentions with my grandma?
To marry her?
Oh. Well, you don't seem so sure about that.
I'm sure.
Right. But whatever your real goal is, you better not hurt
Oh,
grandma.
I would never hurt Gran.
Oh. Well, still, stay away from my grandma.
Kid! May I introduce you? The bride. You don't need any help here. Like no Tylenol or anything? Okay. Wow.
Wow, yourself.
You're beautiful.
I should hope you think that I'm about to be your wife.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today.
This is taking too long. Just skip to the items.
No.
Why not?
Because where's the romance? Lovers staring into each other's eyes. The passion, the fire, there's at least gotta be vows.
Fine. Just make it quick.
Where did he get off interrupting our wedding?
No, it's fine.
If you say so.
We will now begin the vows. The bride may go first.
All right. Here we go. Mr. Big Bad Sidewolf, I wasn't quite sure about you at first. When we first met, you had arrived unannounced as a total stranger at my door. I almost didn't answer, but I knew my little granddaughter was going over right here, honey. I love you. Of course, now I know that that was one of the best decisions of my life, second only to having my daughter. You seemed very insistent about knowing about my truths, which made me a little uneasy.
Yeah!
But as I got to know you, I could see this light in your eyes, this one to love and be loved. I could see it in everything you did. When we went picnicking, when you snuck a bite or two off my plate, when you did this little jig, when you helped me clean. Mr. Big Bad Wolf, you are the one I want to fill my days with joy and with hardship. I love you.
Oh. Well, I guess it's my turn.
of you.
Oh, yeah. Or what? Who here, out of the many I outclass, could beat me in a fight?
I know who you are, Sly Fox. I know you and your game. And I tell you now, that if you dare to try to hurt me or my family, and that includes Wolf, you'll be on the receiving end of everyone's greatest fear. A family of angry beggars! Now get going! Get out of here! Get out of here! Well, now that that no-good fox isn't pressuring you, I guess you can go.
Wait! I've never really known what I wanted. Ever since I was a kid, I would go wherever the wind took me, and that has gotten me into some trouble. But now that I know you and I know your love, I know exactly what I want. Granny Riding Hood, will you marry me?
I thought you would never ask.
Now, may I remind you that this is legally binding. You will be stuck together for forever. Now, do you, Big Bad Wolf, take Granny Riding Hood to be your lawfully wedded partner?
I do.
And do you?
Yep.
Okay, bedtime, kiddo.
No! Can we read one more, please? Oh, help yourself for the party tomorrow.
Okay, fine. But choose a short one.
This one.
Okay, here we go. Once upon a time.
It's an old story, but a beloved one. After all, don't we all want more from the boring lives that we've been given? I'm sure you all know how it starts. I won't bore you with the details. Are you all right? Yes, I think so. Wait, did you just save me? How is that possible? Who are you? My name is... What are you? The princess was so fascinated by her discovery that she completely forgot about the mermaid's kindness. Now all she wanted to do was study this strange new creature. What are you kidding me? Stop! You see, the princess had a passion for cryptozoology, especially the marine sort. In a time without databases or online forums, all she had were her own studies to keep her findings going. For her 14th birthday, her now departed parents, the king and queen, had gifted her a lab made from a remodeled dungeon. Here she could study whatever oddities she found. In her isolation, these creatures were the closest thing she had to friends.
It was here where she kept the little mermaid, who was confused and afraid by this strange new world.
Hello? Where am I?
The new home. Cute, right?
I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
Of course not, honey. None of us are. But the princess likes her experiments, so we're never getting out.
But that's not fair.
That's human for you. You look familiar. Do I know you?
I don't know. Maybe if you came into the light, I could. Oh, my trident, you're...
Yeah, the evil witch of the seven seas.
No, I was gonna say, you're my dad's brother. We haven't seen you in the last few family reunions, though.
Oh, see, the Sea King's boy. Thought I recognized you, little prince. You're the youngest one, aren't you? The only son after 6 daughters. It's extra unfortunate you're here then. And see, your father's in the air. Don't worry, little prince. You'll be all right.
How long have you been here?
Few years. The princess took my staff.
Years? That sounds awful. You know, I want to see what it might be like to be free, you know, on the surface, like a human. But now I'm just in another prison.
Say la vie, nephew. But it's not so bad. I'm really just here for the watch. She treats us well, and she feeds us well.
Months passed, and the little mermaid tried to come to terms with the situation. After all, the sea witch was right. The princess was kind. She just asked so many questions.
How do you breathe underwater? Do you have gills?
At first, the little mermaid was happy to humor her.
Yeah, they're right here. And do you have lungs to breathe air?
It was a way to pass the time. The princess would ask, and the mermaid would answer.
Do you eat fish?
The questions were weird, but unintrusive.
Wait, if you eat fish, and you're half fish, is that cannibalism? So, what's your government like? Is your house made of coral? I don't know how much more I can take of this.
Welcome to my world, honey.
She's just so...
Annoying?
Annoying! It's like she doesn't even realize we're more like her than the fish she wants us to be.
Yep, you'll get used to it.
Really? I don't know if I want to.
You don't? Well.
This was the moment that the little mermaid's uncle had been waiting for, to finally use what little power he had stored up over the years.
You know, I probably have enough magic to get you out of here. I can't cast anything myself, that's too much. But you, well, changing another person's easy.
Really?
For a price, of course.
Okay,
Okay?
I'll do it. What's the plan?
Well, you said you wanted to play human. So why don't you? I can give you your legs back and you can grab my staff and I can get us all out of here.
All right. What's the price?
Well, after we get out, it's only reasonable you take revenge, right?
Yeah.
Well, my magic can't be used to harm people.
You want me to hurt her?
Not exactly.
Oh. Yeah, I'll do it.
The sea witch used what power he had to cast a spell on the little mermaid, and soon a fish's tail became a pair of legs. The little mermaid grabbed the witch's staff, and suddenly they were all free. But this wasn't the happily ever after that the mermaid had been hoping for. At least, not yet.
What's going on?
No, how are you doing?
But when the princess looked into the mermaid's eyes,
I can't.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry, I just...
You better go find her if you want to keep those legs of hers. Come back with her heart on a platter, or not at all.
and so the little mermaid was sent off to find the princess who wasn't ready to be cursed. Months passed, and the little mermaid, who wasn't really a mermaid anymore, was still searching for the princess to complete an impossible task. But the forest isn't an easy place for a sheltered royal, and the mermaid had to learn to adapt. Now, completely alone and almost entirely reborn, the newly skilled little mermaid traveled the woods, still searching for the princess to complete an impossible task. The mermaid didn't want to return to the ocean, but didn't want to have to get rid of the princess either. After all, he was just a kid. That's not an easy thing to have on your conscience. And so the little mermaid traveled in a haze and quickly losing morale until one day.
Are you all right? Yes, I think so. Well, that's great. Next time something's chasing you, run up a tree, yeah? And don't scream. It'll just attract more bees. Thank you. Hey, wait. What? Could I travel with you? You're the first person I've seen in ages, and, well, I'm not really cut out for this. Sorry, I work alone. I'm the prince of a very powerful kingdom. My parents would pay handsomely for you to guide me through the forest. Money doesn't serve me any use. Then consider the moral aspect. You wouldn't want anything to happen to me out here, now would you? Please? Fine.
And so the prince and little mermaid traveled together, unsure of what was to come. But little did they know that their goals were closer than they could ever have imagined.
Wait, so I know why I'm out here. But what are you doing here? You seem a little bit far from the palace. I'm looking for a wife. In the woods? Yeah, crazy, right? You see, there's a lot of suitors at the palace, but none of them really suit me. And my parents heard about this princess who's on the run from the tyranny of her new queen, and they sent me to go find her. I'm going to find her and bring her back as my bride.
Ow!
What about you?
There was a moment where the little mermaid considered making something up. After all, what would the prince think if he knew that his companion was sent to get rid of the very princess that he was searching for? But they locked eyes once more. And the little mermaid knew that it would be a terrible crime to lie to this beautiful and earnest man.
I think I might be out here to kill your princess. What? Yeah, it's a long story. Well, we have a lot of traveling to do. I'd be happy to listen.
And so the little mermaid told the prince everything. The prison, the witch, the deal.
So you lose your legs if you don't. Yeah. That's awful. I'm sorry. Thanks. For both our sakes, I almost hope we don't find her.
And so the two kept traveling, both trying harder and harder to forget what would happen at the end of their journey. As they traveled together, they became closer. They would talk for hours. They would sit by the fire and laugh like old friends. The little mermaid grew to trust the prince, and the prince held the mermaid in the highest regard. They cared for each other like they had been friends all their lives. So, do you have any suitors under the palace?
Not really. No one's ever caught your eye. I don't know. Maybe? Maybe. That is so boring.
Come on, there's had to have been someone. It was at that moment where a number of dots began to connect in the little mermaid's mind.
I'm getting tired. Good night.
It's funny how timing works, isn't it? Just when you think you've got one thing figured out, it seems like a million other things seem to pop up in its place. Or in our case, one really big thing.
Oh my God, is that it? Oh my God, I think it is.
Right. Hey, you don't have to do this. We can figure something out. We could probably get a heart from my castle, and she'll be safe with me.
No, it's not that.
What's up then?
The Little Mermaid knew that it was now or never.
I think I'm in love with you. Yeah, no. Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna go inside now.
But when the prince approached the window, he saw the princess singing and laughing with her newfound friends. She was happy. After all, if she was happy, how could he ever take that away from her?
What's wrong? I couldn't do it. She just looked so happy there. It wouldn't be fair for me to take that away from her. Oh, what am I doing? I can't go back without a wife, but I can't take her with me. I just can't. And I can't stay up here all alone. I know I wouldn't make it. And I can't take you with me, even though that'd be amazing, because my parents would kill me.
Well, what if we didn't go back?
What?
Come live with me, in the woods. If I can't go home and you can't go home, we'll make a new home together. Will you come with me then?
Yes.
And that's how the Little Mermaid and Prince fell in love. They built a beautiful cottage, living out their days in joy and peace. The princess spent the rest of her life in the woods with her newfound friends and forest creatures. So they all lived happily ever after.